Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. What is going on, everybody? Roll call. Who we got in the building? Denise, Desi, Renee, Elise, Johnny, Enoch, Portia, Sherry, C. Tuck, Hasida, Johnny, what up? Big Paul, what's good? What's good, everybody? Everybody in here. More madness to get to. Renee says you are good. What's going on, everybody? What the hell we got? What the hell we got going on, y'all? These Epstein files. Well, we're going to get to that, but man, these Epstein files are destroying. Oh, let me see. Hold on. I got my good morning, Flow, Puerto Rico. Love you all. Good, Flow. Matter of fact, look at my shirt. If you can read backwards, it's Puerto Rico. One of my shirts I got when I was in Puerto Rico living. So shout out to you, Johnny Gonzalez, and shout out to all my Puerto Rico people. You know, I always represent. You know, I always represent all the different cultures out there. All the different cultures out there. We got love for everybody, man. That's what we preach over here. Love and smoke. Two things you're gonna get on the Flow Show No Filter podcast. You're gonna get love, but you go get some smoke too. We like to balance over here. We like to keep it balanced over here. It's all good, it's all love, but it's also a little bit of smoke in there for anybody that want to have a problem. Don't start none, won't be none. But I want to talk about some people that's getting passes with this Epstein file. And it feels so good. It feels so good to vindicate my boy Michael Jackson. We spent the whole show yesterday talking about that. My boy Mike ain't do nothing to no kids, and it's been proven. The FBI has admitted it. Macaulay Culkin, Corey Feldman, Aaron Carter have confirmed it. And even the Epstein files have confirmed it. But we spent the whole show on that yesterday. But today, I want to talk about the motherfuckers that's getting away with it. And excuse my language, but you do know the title of the show is No Filter. So you might hear an F-bomb every now and again. But it's a lot of people who getting passes. And one particular person I want to talk about today is Naomi Campbell. C-Tuck says, Flo trying to get on Bad Bunny next Super Bowl set with the PR shirt on. PR. I'm about to be on there. I'm about to be on there speaking Spanish on your ass. You gonna be like, Flo learned Spanish in a year? But yeah, back to Naomi Campbell, because we cut no slack on the Flo Show No Filter. That's one thing we don't cut. We don't cut slack. And Naomi Campbell, how can a woman be close? How can a woman be so close to well-known perverts and not have some dirt on her hands? Naomi Campbell called Diddy her brother and a wonderful man every chance she could until Diddy caught these charges. Now she won't even bring up Diddy's name. But while the time while Diddy was running amok on the entire world, putting his itty bitty Diddy all over the place, Naomi Campbell was calling him a great man and like a brother to me, and was I believe, it's just me speculating, but I believe she did a lot of recruiting for Diddy, because she did a lot of recruiting for a lot of people. Epstein, Naomi Campbell. Any of y'all remember Liam Payne? Liam Payne was an artist from a boy band group that mysteriously died overseas about a year ago. And a name that came up as being one of his possible handlers was Naomi Campbell. They say Naomi Campbell was dealing with that guy when he was just a young boy. Naomi Campbell knew everything. Let me read this one of the excerpts from the Epstein files. Naomi Campbell has called back twice now, saying she doesn't have any backup plan, as she really thought from you this would work. Says she has booked the hotel and car and driver, mentioned something about Declan's mom. She is wondering if the plane can take you to where you're going, then go back and get her to take her to where she needs to be. She is certainly fretting on this and hopes you will call her. Naomi is following up on using the plane. Says she spoke to you about this and she hopes you can call her soon. She needs to know. Naomi Campbell, what? And I'm talking to the chat. That's Naomi Campbell begging to use Epstein's plane. Ladies and gentlemen of the Flow Show, No Filter, Naomi Campbell is in Epstein's email just on the recent batch over 200 sometimes. Over 200 and something times. And not only that, her name comes up her name absolutely comes up and even after Jeffrey Epstein was convicted the first time. So even after his first conviction and all the allegations came with Jeffrey Epstein and the underage girls massaging, we still see Naomi Campbell emailing Jeffrey Epstein as if everything is all good. Knowing exactly what has been going on. But she's getting a pass. See, the difference between Naomi Campbell and Ghislaine Maxwell, to me, is Naomi Campbell is famous, had money, and can throw stones and hide her hand. One reader, one person that enjoys my content, said Naomi Campbell is under enough scrutiny. She isn't under enough scrutiny for having close relationships with Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Diddy, and Harvey Weinstein. That's too many notorious sex offenders for you to be cool with and claim you never seen anything. She is smack dab in the middle of all this. And any information you have on Naomi Campbell, please put it in the chat, because right after this podcast, I'm posting a update on my social media detailing Naomi Campbell, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, and Epstein and their connection. So any information you have on Naomi Campbell, just like this person in the chat right here put that. And shout out to Miss Sweet Tooth, said Naomi Campbell is vile. She embezzled funds from her charity and spent them on herself. Thank you for that. I'm gonna put that in my notes, Sweet Tooth. I may use it for my video, I may not, but I'm gonna definitely put it in my notes right now. But yeah, I'm cooking, frying, sizzling Naomi Campbell after this show. So go ahead and give me some information, because I just feel like she's getting too much of a pass. And something about her, I don't trust her. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that Naomi Campbell in the Michael Jackson video? What is it? Keep it in the closet? Michael, on his crusade to save the world, if you notice, he stayed away from Naomi Campbell in the after that. That was early 90s when they did that video together. I'm sure Michael learned really fast to stay the hell away from Naomi Campbell. But it's just funny to me how all this connect. You know, she did the In the Closet video with Mike in 92. And then in the midst of that, Michael Jackson is framed for all this pedophile mess. I believe Naomi Campbell, and it's just me talking. This ain't the Epstein files. I like to be clear on when it's just some stuff I'm saying versus what's in the files. This is just me talking, but I believe Naomi Campbell shady enough to been behind putting Michael Jackson in some bullshit catch-22 bag of tricks. I believe it. I believe Naomi Campbell but absolutely helped Epstein, helped Weinstein, and helped Diddy. And in turn, I'm sure she was compensated. Because like the guy Liam Payne, I don't know if y'all remember him, but if you've been following me, you know I covered the Liam Payne story. And a lot of people saying that, Liam Payne was a singer, mysteriously died. They say he jumped off the balcony. People don't believe that. But Naomi Campbell was allegedly a handler of him and got him caught up in a lot of stuff. It's just too much shady shit. It's just too many shady shit and shady circumstances. And her being around. But I absolutely believe Naomi Campbell knows a hell of a lot more than she let known. She's been alleged to be a human trafficker herself. Stories have been around for years. And like I said, now we see her name over hundreds and hundreds of times come up in this Epstein file. Check this out. 2 years after Jeffrey Epstein got out of jail for soliciting a child for prostitution. 2 years after Epstein gets out of jail for soliciting a child for prostitution, Naomi Campbell was inviting this known sex offender to fashion events. You're inviting a known sex offender to fashion events 2 years after they get out of jail? And you want us to believe you didn't know nothing? Or you wasn't a part of nothing with Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and the diddler? Here's the email. This is from Naomi to Jeffrey Epstein. This was Sunday, the 3rd of October, 2010. Of course, I will be at the door if there are any problems. My cell phone number is redacted. Thank you. And this is from Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey will come +2 if possible. Thanks. And it's all stemmed from Naomi Campbell's team and Naomi Campbell reaching out saying, "Dear Mr. Epstein, on behalf of Ms. Campbell We would like to invite you to her celebratory event with Dolce & Gabbana tomorrow evening in Paris. This event will be from 8:30 p.m. till 10 p.m. at the store at 54 Avenue. We would love the pleasure of your company as we celebrate 25 years of Miss Campbell's career with Dolce & Gabbana. Please RSVP. What are we doing? Why is she getting a pass? What's going on, Fire Glory? I see you in the building. Fire Glory, I see you in the building. I see you flip the profile pic. Shout out to Fire Glory coming with the new profile pic. How are you inviting this man to a fashion world so he can come violate? You calling him Mister? It's a pleasure for you to be there. But you can't, now that you go, Naomi Campbell, you gonna tell me you didn't know what was going on? You didn't know he was a sex offender? You didn't know he was caught up in child prostitution? And you wanted to invite him to fashion events? Naomi Campbell knew everything. Epstein was already convicted at this point. He was a registered sex offender. And Virginia, Miss Virginia, had already publicly accused him of trafficking her. All of this had already happened at that time when we see Naomi Campbell beg him to use this plane. She's an Epstein co-conspirator who just hasn't been named. Naomi Campbell allegedly visited Epstein's island 21 times. As me and my guy C-Tuck said on the other episode, I could give a celebrity one time. Maybe you were invited to the island and you didn't know what the hell was going on. You didn't know nothing about the trafficking. Maybe. So I'm going to give you one time. But 21 times? 21 times? More emails. Shall I give you Naomi? Should I give Naomi your cell phone number? Epstein says, yes, of course. I'm in London. What's the best number for Jeffrey Epstein? Then they say, hi, Naomi. Jeffrey is looking to speak with you. Could you please give him a call on his cell or office line? Thank you. Over and over and over again. I wouldn't want to be in a pervert's plane. Fire Glory says she used everyone to her advantage. Everything was done to benefit her. She didn't care who it involved. She was dealing with Weinstein also. She's a predator as well. She looked the other way. In my opinion, Naomi Campbell saw all of this mess with Epstein, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, and just looked the other way. Here's Naomi Campbell pictured at a birthday party on a yacht with Ghislaine Maxwell in Virginia. The young lady Virginia, I can't remember how to pronounce her last name. Giuffre. Well, she was with Virginia at the time. She's seen with Epstein in Virginia. Virginia is 17 years old at the time. What type of partying? What kind of partying is going on? As I show y'all this picture, Virginia right there, Giselle right there, and then Naomi's right there, and then y'all know who that guy is over there. What are they doing partying with 17-year-olds, especially 17-year-olds who go on to say, "Hey, I was trafficked by this man." If you would slut your name out for a ride in a private jet, there's no telling what you would do. Creepy, creepy stuff. We even find out Naomi Campbell's former boyfriend and Amman Resorts CEO, Vladislav Doronin, helped Epstein obtain a Russian visa in 2010 for the Neon Party in Moscow. Here's a corresponding email. Dear Jeffrey, I'm writing on behalf of Mr. Doronin, Vladislav. I would like to advise you the best and quickest way to get a Russian visa for you. It is the agency in London which specializes in Russian visas. The agency is overseas business travel in London. Please contact them if you need assistance in getting the Russian visa for the event in Moscow. You got your boyfriend helping Jeffrey Epstein. You helping Jeffrey Epstein. You seen partying. You seen partying with Jeffrey Epstein. Mm-mm-mm. A lot of rumors went around about Naomi Campbell and some of the other females. Their job, and this is all alleged, but this is alleged. I've seen it alleged a million times. They would find young girls and models to use as a way to gain leverage and blackmail at Epstein Island. They basically sold their soul and used these unsuspecting young girls as a way for them to catapult their own career. You inviting them to Dolce and Gabbana events. There's just so many emails going back and forth with these two. It's ridiculous. Yet you don't hear much about Naomi Campbell. You don't hear much about her. She somehow is able to be knee deep in Diddy, Weinstein, Epstein. She's knee deep in all of their mess. but somehow not being called out a lot. She frequented the Epstein parties often. Just crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Man, they even saying Naomi Campbell helped poison people. Now, I don't have enough confirmed sources to go into those details, but it's just a lot of evil. A lot of evil follows this girl around. We see another email from Naomi. From Jeffrey Epstein. Just way too much dialogue for somebody to say, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. Here's another one to Jeffrey Epstein. Reminder, Naomi Campbell is in New York. Another email where Naomi Campbell says something about, hey, I got good news, and you're going to be happy about the results. And it doesn't say results of what. And whenever somebody is being really vague, it leads me to believe somebody being untrue. Why are you being so damn vague? What results about what? Why are we talking in code? See, people will sell out. And these emails went over a span of years, y'all. That's another thing. This wasn't like a 1 year time period, 6 months. These emails are over a span of years and years and years. Look at Tracy White. Tracy White, what's up? She said she just spent 5 days in Disney. Elite movement signs are so visible now. I would swear the girl who checked us in was no older than 15 years old. Still couldn't spell. Employee groping. Employee visibly not. Man. Wow. Naomi Campbell was allegedly in Epstein's little black book. His little perverted back. Can you imagine what type of perverted shit and perverted people are in Jeffrey Epstein's little black book? I wouldn't even want to touch it. And throughout this whole time, you wouldn't believe Naomi Campbell is act like she didn't know nothing. She didn't see nothing. She just wasn't aware of anything. But see, that's where these Epstein files now. We haven't had any arrests, and we all are pissed off about all these emails, but with no action. But one thing I can say, the people like Naomi, who was getting away with this shit for years and being able to say, oh, I knew nothing, I ain't had nothing, they're being exposed. They are getting exposed. I'm glad to do Gino. I think it's Gino. I don't know how to spell it. Let me just say Miss G. Hey, Miss G. Miss G say Flo helping me get through chemo. Appreciate you bringing us the tea. I always got you. I always will help you get through whatever you're going through. Turn my show on and we're going to get through it together. But shout out to Miss G. She talked to him before that. She talked to Epstein before the charges and allegations. She talked to him during the charges and allegations. And then, of course, she talked to Epstein after the charges. We should be good. Unbelievable stuff. I shouldn't be frozen. I think you should be good at least. So let's go over that. What we got? We got Naomi Campbell being listed in Epstein's Black Book, listed in his private jet logs, including flights to Little St. James. She threw the 2001 yacht birthday party, where Ghislaine Maxwell posed with the 17-year-old Virginia, who we know was trafficked. She was signed to Epstein-funded MC2 agency run by Jean-Luc Brunel, who's also been accused of procuring girls for Epstein. She dated Epstein's inner circle fixers, Doug Ban and Vladislav Dorinin. Dozens of photos with Epstein and Maxwell across decades. 2024 banned 5 years as charity trustee after $3.3 million in donations to her Fashion for Relief. It vanished. Only 10% reached the cause. The rest was spent on 5-star hotels, spa treatments, and cigarettes. And after all of that, she still says she knew nothing. Yet the same media that tore apart every minor name in the file stays silent on one of the most connected. How is she pulling that off? How? She was one of the closest people involved. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Black Roses, for the $20 holla. Get me some good tacos today. Headed home from work. Black Roses says, headed home from work. Got to get my boys to school. Happy Taco Tuesday, Flo and fam. Please tell me everyone is going down soon. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Renee says, oh, Miss G sending prayers and love. Thank you for that. To our Miss G as she gets through her day. Yeah, we got y'all. Hey, look, y'all been a little sloppy in the chat today. Y'all been having a lot of typos. Y'all all right? Y'all getting started today? Y'all like the New England Patriots. Come on, y'all. The show done started. Let's get our spelling correct. let's proofread what my teacher used to say. Proofread. You didn't proofread, Harold. You didn't proofread. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Look, she said, sorry, but do thank God they're getting exposed. Sorry, my bad on the typos. It's all good. But y'all typing like y'all got 5 thumbs. Hey, why my chat typing like everybody got 5 thumbs? And 2 left hands. Everybody in the chat typing like they got 5 thumbs and 2 left hands. But it's all good. It's all good. Epstein had Naomi Campbell so much wrapped around his finger. He used her to impress the little young girls. He would casually call Naomi Campbell and people like Halle Berry. Read this from the Epstein files. Redacted. This name is redacted. It says, went to Epstein's home a second time. She recalled being in the smaller room with a wooden table. It wasn't an open suite. They talked about redacted, and Epstein told her she had a chance not to tell the others. Epstein called Halle Berry on speakerphone. Redacted was sitting across from him. Redacted was impressed. Epstein also called Naomi Campbell in front of her. Redacted recalled going in the elevator and told Epstein that her mother did not want her to model and her dad was embarrassed by her for modeling. Epstein talked about science and brain studies and the skull. It all went over the redacted person's head. Epstein told her that if she did well on her SATs, he had pulled at Harvard. Recalled being in a room that was long, narrow, and very small with a dome ceiling of blue clouds. Redacted was asked to get on top of him and take her shirt off. Epstein was laying face down. He was making her calm. When it was over, Redacted put her shirt back on. Epstein paid her $200. Epstein asked if she had a boyfriend. The second or third time she was at Epstein's home, Epstein told her a supermodel lesbian girl told her about a girl flirting with Redacted. It's kind of hard to understand because they redacted so much stuff. I understand redacting the victims' names, but I don't think nothing else should be redacted. I don't even understand why, besides the victims' names, why is anything else redacted? Can somebody tell me that? The bottom line is, if Jeffrey Epstein is calling you to impress young women and you answering, how in the hell are we supposed to believe you didn't know what was going on? Man, Naomi come up in the Epstein files damn near more than anybody else. It's amazing. If y'all ever have a chance, man, get a copy of these Epstein files, and just search certain names. You search Naomi Campbell, you're gonna see it 280 sometimes. You search all kind of people. You got Jay-Z name coming up. You got all kind of names coming up. You got to realize there's a lot of young girls who want to be models. And for the impact and the influence that a supermodel like Naomi Campbell, especially at that time, she was the biggest model or one of the biggest models in the world. Those young girls are very impressionable. And it just seems as though she was doing two things at the same time. She was how do I want to say it? She was influencing and basically tricking these little girls and getting them to do things and bringing them around Epstein and Harvey Weinstein and whoever else. And by doing that, she elevated her career. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty business. It's a dirty, dirty business. She didn't give a shit about the kids. She didn't give a shit about no other models. It was all to benefit her. Promising these young girls all kind of modeling opportunities. But all she was doing was recruiting. And when I say she, I'm talking about Naomi Campbell. All she was doing was recruiting these little poor children to give old, decrepit, perverted men massages. How? How? And once I start looking up all of Naomi Campbell's dialogue, I didn't realize I knew Naomi Campbell had a relationship with Diddy. I knew she had a relationship with Harvey Weinstein. I did not know the extent of her and Jeffrey Epstein's relationship. It's just disappointing when you see it. You're like, nobody gives a shit anymore. And again, she continues to say she didn't know anything. Sad, sad, sad situation, y'all. And like Michelle said, and on top of all that, it's still happening. Just like this person in the chat said right here, who is this Desi? They opened up a can of worms. So many top lawyers and baristas are also being found out now here. These Epstein files have opened a can of worms big time. Yeah, I heard as far as overseas, they bringing down whole British monarchies because of this Epstein file. I heard many like politicians and all kind of people are being forced to resign overseas behind these files. Like way more shit is happening overseas than even right here in America. Overseas, they not fucking with you. Yeah, overseas, they not fucking with you. She said they short art flow because of Prince Andrew. Yep. I don't know what's gonna happen to Andrew after this, but that overseas backlash is a whole nother animal. Now, and to top it all off, do y'all see where they saying now the FBI has put out a statement that the Epstein, where is this now? I got to read exactly what the FBI said. They said something about the FBI said he didn't it was not a traffic. What they say, the Epstein, it wasn't a trafficking ring. I'm trying to find the exact words. I can't. Oh, here it is. FBI concluded Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful man. What are y'all? How stupid do they think we are? And this is Pam Bondi and Patel, from what I'm understanding, putting this message out. Let me read that again. The FBI has concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. Well, what the fuck was he running? And if that's the case, why is everything redacted? Why is everything redacted? Why aren't just the victim names redacted? I understand the victims' names being redacted, but why are so many other names redacted? And you come with this bullshit statement talking about the FBI concluded Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. What do you mean? So if you conclude that, this is how you know shit is shady. And this is why I'm the best tea reader in the game. If you can conclude that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a powerful trafficking ring for powerful men, if you can conclude that, then why don't you conclude what the fuck he was doing then? I need everybody to tap in. If you gonna conclude this is one of the biggest cases of all time of child violations. If you can conclude that Jeffrey didn't do or wasn't running a trafficking ring for powerful men, if you can conclude that, then why don't you take it a step further and conclude what the fuck he was doing then? Because I'm reading through these files that wasn't playing tiddlywinks. They wasn't playing cards. It wasn't game night. That is the type of shit that lets you know what we up against. With all the technology and all the research and all the manpower they have, they use that to conclude that what he wasn't doing. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running, like we stupid, wasn't running a trafficking ring for powerful men. I'm going to ask the question again. If you can conclude that, then why don't your ass conclude what the fuck he was doing then? That's what pisses me off. So you gonna use, the FBI gonna use their platform to basically stand up for Jeffrey Epstein and the rest of the perverts by telling us it wasn't what we're actually seeing and hearing from all these victims. We got dozens and dozens of victims that are coming out now, speaking out. I was trafficked. I was raped. I was this. I was that. And then the FBI come out and say, Epstein ain't do shit. Well, what did he do? If he didn't run a trafficking ring for powerful man, what the fuck was he doing? Y'all not going to tell us that, but you're going to tell us what he wasn't doing. Pay attention, y'all. See, even when they act like they trying to pacify us and look and dig deep, even when they doing that, they telling on themselves. They telling on themselves. You gonna conclude he didn't do this, but you ain't telling us what the fuck he did do. And you think we supposed to go for that. I tell you, man, they think we stupid as hell. They think we stupid as hell. Anita McKnight says, what happens in the dark will come to light, shine on. It will definitely come to light.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Another good one, man. Time flies when you are having fun. 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 Time spending time with the people you love. Much love to everybody out there. Happy Taco Tuesday to everybody. Like Desi says, happy Taco Tuesday. All will catch you on Thursday if I'm awake. Take care, Flow fam, and I am out. And on that note, I couldn't have said it no better. But make sure you tune in to the Flow Show, No Filter, every Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. And you can always catch us 24/7 on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your major podcasts. And as always, I love y'all, but I'm out.